Before I begin, motivational interviewing to me is about working with the patient rather than telling them what to do. The MI spirit includes partnership, acceptance, and compassion and evocation. During this interview, I'll use those principles along with ORs, open ended questions, affirmations, reflective listening, and summaries to help the patient explore their own thoughts and motivation for change. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm Narciso. Before we get started, I just want you to know that this is a judgment free space. I'm not here to lecture you or tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing. I really just want to get to know you a little better, hear your side of things, and hopefully we can figure out together what would be most helpful for you. So, in your own words, tell me a little bit about what brings you in today.
Well, honestly, I really don't want to be here. I'm only here because I got my second DUI and now the court is making me do this.
Okay, so if I'm hearing you correctly, this isn't necessarily something you chose for yourself. You're here because of the DUI and because the court is requiring you to be here.
Exactly. Everybody's acting like I'm an alcoholic now, and I don't think that's the case.
I can imagine that probably feels frustrating, especially if you feel like people have already made up their minds about you without really hearing your side.
Right. That's exactly how I feel.
Well, I definitely want to hear your side. Tell me a little bit about your drinking. What does that normally look like for you?
I mean, I pretty much drink every day, maybe a six pack and some vodka, but I work in advertising. It's stressful. We go out with clients, we drink with coworkers. That's just what we do.
Okay, so for you, drinking isn't just about alcohol. It's connected to your job, being social with coworkers and clients, and it's also one of the ways you've learned to unwind after a stressful day.
Exactly. It's a part of the culture. You take clients out, everybody drinks, everybody loosens up. I don't really see the problem.
That makes sense. From your perspective, would it be okay with you if we explore that a little more? Not necessarily to label it as a problem, but just to look at it at what you enjoy about drinking and maybe some of the things that you don't enjoy so much.
That's fine.
So let's start with the good. What do you feel alcohol does for you?
It relaxes me. My job can be really stressful, and when I drink, I can finally shut my brain off and I'm more social.
So it helps you disconnect from work, relax, and maybe feel a little more comfortable socially.
Yeah.
What about the other side of it? Is there anything about drinking or anything that happened because of drinking that you could honestly say you don't like?
I mean, obviously the DUI. I don't like dealing with the court, the expense, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I hear you. It sounds like the drinking itself gives you something that you value, but some of the things that have come along with it are starting to create stress in other areas of your life.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You know what's interesting? You mentioned that you originally started drinking to deal with stress from work, but now you're dealing with court expenses and the possibility of another DUI. Do you feel like in some ways the things that was helping you manage stress may now be creating more additional stress for you?
I never really looked at it that way. I guess it is.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this to judge you at all. I'm hearing that there are two sides to this for you. Alcohol helps you relax, but at the same time you're starting to see some consequences that you really don't want.
That's fair.
Okay. Let me ask you something. If we put aside what the court thinks, what your family thinks, and what anybody else thinks, what concerns you personally about what's happening right now?
Probably get another DUI. I really can't get another one.
What worries you most about that?
Losing my license, my job, my career is important to me.
I can tell that. It sounds like you've worked hard to build your career, and the last thing that you want is for one part of your life to jeopardize everything you worked for.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you this. On a scale 0 to 10, where 0 means you're not interested in changing anything about your drinking, and 10 means you're completely ready to make a change, where would you say you are today?
Maybe like a 5.
Okay, a 5. Why 5 and not a 1?
Because I know I can't keep getting DUIs, and my family is starting to get on me about how much I drink.
Okay, so there's actually a part of you that recognizes something may need to change, even if you're not completely sure what that change looks like yet.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay, what do you think could happen if nothing changed? Let's say you were sitting here a year from now and you're drinking the same amount. What do you see? Where do you see yourself?
Um, well, hopefully not with another DUI.
And if you did get another one?
Honestly, that could really be bad. I could lose my license, maybe my job, and my family would be really disappointed too.
Okay, it sounds like those things, your career, your independence, and your family means a lot to you.
They do.
And from what you're telling me, protecting those things may be more important to you than continuing exactly the way things are now.
Yeah, when you put it that way, for sure.
Okay. So, where does that leave you? What do you think your next step should be?
I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to say I'll never drink again.
Okay, and I'm not asking you to make that commitment today. This is your decision. I'm more interested in what you feel you're realistically ready to do.
I could probably cut back.
Okay, tell me something. Tell me what cutting back would look like for you.
Maybe not drinking every day. And obviously, I need to stop driving when I do drink.
Those sound like two areas you're willing to cut back or look at. What do you think would help you be successful with that?
I could use resources, Uber, if I'm out with clients, or have somebody else drive. I can maybe skip even having the drinks during the week.
I like that. You're coming up with your own ideas because you know yourself and your lifestyle better than I do. Now, you mentioned earlier that drinking helps you manage stress. If you start having some days where you don't drink, what else could you do on those days to help yourself unwind?
I could work out. I used to go to the gym a lot more. I can go home instead of going out with coworkers every night.
I like that. So we're not just talking about taking something away. We're also talking about finding something else that gives you the opportunity to decompress.
Yeah, I could try that.
Okay, let me just summarize what I'm hearing from you today, and you tell me if I have it right. You came here today because the court required you to after your second DUI, and honestly, you weren't really convinced that your drinking was the problem. For you, alcohol has been a way to manage stress, connect socially, and it's also a pretty normal part of your work culture. At the same time, as we talk, you've identified some things that really matter to you: your career, keeping your license, your independence, and your relationship with your family. And you're starting to recognize that if things continue in the same direction, drinking could potentially interfere with some of those things. You're not saying you're ready to completely stop drinking right now, but you've decided that you're willing to look at cutting back, have having some alcohol free days, finding other ways to manage stress, and making a plan so that you don't drive after drinking. Did I get that right?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Honestly, I think that's a good place to start. You came in here with here not really wanting to be here, but you were still open enough to have this conversation and think about some things differently. I appreciate that. Before we wrap up, how are you feeling about the conversation we had today?
Better than I thought I would. I thought you were just gonna tell me I need to stop drinking.
Hmm. I understand that, but ultimately, you're the one who has to decide what changes you're ready to make. My job is to support you, help you explore your options, and work through it with you. Next time we meet, we can check in and see how things went. If something worked, great, we build on it. If something didn't work, that's okay too. We'll talk about it and figure out what might work better for you. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right. I appreciate you talking with me today. I'll see you